Okay, we're going to do an example with regression. I think this is an interesting question here. We're saying that a radioactive sample is observed for a few days in order to determine its half-life. Okay, so I've got a table here with the results. It starts at 1,000 grams, 1 kilogram, and then it's decaying, number of hours on the left. Okay, we're going to use regression. We're going to be able to find out the sample's half-life based on these numbers. Okay, so to do regression, let's go through these steps again. I want to make sure my stat plot is on. It is not. So again, second function, y equals, and then it takes you here, hit enter, now it's on. Okay. To put stuff in your list, stat, first thing's edit. Hey, wouldn't you know I got stuff in my list already? I'm going to just hit delete on all these and they go away. Excuse me. It's not COVID. All right, here we go. So L1 is your X values. That's going to be time. Oops, what's going on here? Okay, we're good. So I'm just going to hammer through these values. And then Y, I put into L2. I'm hoping you guys are really, really sharp and good at this. If regression stuff still gives you a headache, please let me know and we can hop into a tutorial, no problem, and I'll give you some reminders. All right, so the data's in. Do you remember what to do now to make sure it looks good? Okay, cool trick. Never forget, once you put in your data and you know your stat plot's on, if you hit zoom 9, it's going to show you the dots. Looks great. I've already got a line going through there. Yours won't have that line. There, let me replicate that situation here. Just because I'm the teacher, that happened. Okay, so I'm back, stat, edit. My stuff's in, zoom 9. There's the dots. Okay, we've got to do regression now. We haven't done exponential regression, but it works the same as all the other regressions. Stat, calc. Why did it take me here? Get out of here. Stat. Oh, right. I know what I did. Okay, so stat, over to calc. All right, so stat, scroll over to calc. It doesn't show up yet. Keep going down. Number 0, exponential regression. Okay. Then you want it to say Y1. If you have the menu that comes up, you go down to store, and then you push these buttons to get Y1. You hit vars, Y vars, enter, enter. Okay. So this is going to graph it. It gives me this as my formula. I'm not really going to use this formula to answer my question, but let's see the line. If it goes through your dots, you've definitely done everything right. Looks great. Okay, I want to show you that formula again. It's not actually in the same format as our half-life equation. The regression will always give you a number as the base b rather than a fraction in the exponent. So you can't actually use this to find half-life, not with the math that we've learned in this class anyway. I'll show you how to get half-life. Okay, we just got to be smart about it, use a calculator. The mass started at 1,000 grams. The half-life is how much time goes by when there's 500 grams left, right? Because that's going to be half. We just have to find the time when the y value is 500. Okay, time is the x value. That's an intersect. So when I hit y equals, there's that crazy equation. Leave that. We're doing an intersect with it. Make y2 equal half of the original sample, which in this case will be 500. Our window settings are going to be fine because we hit zoom 9. Let's see what we get. Well, that's weird. I didn't see 500. Okay, there's a good reason for that. When we hit zoom 9, it focused in on this data, which stops at 680. Let's see what our window is. Check it out. Y min is 625. Okay, if we want to see our Y2 equals 500, Let's make y min a bit below that. I'll make it 450. I'm also going to need to increase this x value. Make it 100. That should be fine. We'll see. We might have to adjust it a little bit. Hit graph again. What do we get? All right, here comes the second line. Check it out. We don't get the intersection. The intersection will be out of the window somewhere over here. Just make y max, or excuse me, make x max something bigger. I don't want to do this again, so I'm going to go crazy here. Let's make it 200, and I think we're going to be just fine. All right, we see an intersection. We know how to do this. So here comes our answer. Boom, 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 boom. 125.8. What are the units? Is that days, hours, years, what? Well, it matches whatever we used here, which was hours.